there is this pursuit of happiness that is universal. I think it was John Lennon who said, when I was 5 years old, my mother told me that happiness was the key to life. When I went to school, they asked me what I wanted to be when I grew up. I wrote down happy. And they told me I didn't understand the assignment, and I told them they didn't understand life. Uh, so,
That's good. That's great.
so this desire, this longing for happiness is universal. Well, what explains this deep longing? Because in the non-religious, atheistic narrative, survival is the ultimate goal of evolution. But we're not happy surviving.
Yeah.
So how can we make sense of this yearning, this longing for happiness?
Well, one way to answer it is say, well, what's a good orange
Mm,
tree? Well, we all, I think, have a grasp of that, right? It's a healthy, flourishing orange
mm,
tree. And so if you have a seed of an orange, you know that that's just completely potential and so on. And as it starts to grow,
mm,
then it's moving toward a state in which it is fully formed
mm,
and it is fruitful. So, Psalm 1 contrasts, the way of the wicked and so
mm,
on, and the man who delights in the law of the Lord, and in his law he meditates day and night, and he will be like a tree firmly planted by streams of water, which yields its fruit in its season, and its leaf does not wither, and in whatever he does, he
mm,
prospers. The wicked are not so,
mm,
but are like chaff which the wind drives away. They're not going to stand they're going to fall apart. Why? Because they're not living life the way they were designed to live it.
mm,
Similarly, a diseased orange tree is one, that's not doing that.
mm,
And we all know
mm,
that. We say good orange tree, bad orange tree. And I think that's true, that God has actually created
mm,
everything, to with natures to be realized and fulfilled in certain ways. And so when we talk about this for humans, we don't live in a mechanistic, kind of absurd, we're not just
mm,
accidents, um, whose only end, if there is an end, is to survive.
mm, mm,
Um, that's just survival's a necessary
mm,
condition for flourishing, but it's not the
mm,
telos. Um, we still have this question: what am I for?
mm,
And survival just doesn't answer
mm,
that. So that's a creaturely thing that I think would indicate that we are more than. I'm seeing this even as we talk,
mm,
Sam, from the way you framed the question, more than I'd really thought of it before. But I think it is an evidence that we are for something more
mm,
than merely the Darwinian story gives
mm,
us,
mm,
uh, and that should be an
mm,
indication. Oh, maybe something more is going on. Now, the other thing to say about it is, what Pascal said, that there's a God-shaped vacuum in the heart of every person, which cannot be filled by any created thing, but only by
mm,
God.
mm,
Um, and so I think God created us with natures to flourish as the kind of thing we are.
mm,
And I think that's a universal longing. But he also created us for himself.
mm, And
And the ultimate satisfaction of our deepest longings is going to be in relationship with
mm,
him.
mm,
Again, in relationship with him as
mm,
humans. So
mm,
all this other stuff comes with it. It's not like,
mm,
oh, we have to choose between Jesus and being an excellent human
mm,
being. No.
mm,
Uh, he created me to be an excellent human being. As I love him, as I pursue him, I I seek to please him.
mm,
Indicative, imperative. Uh, but I seek to please Him as a human being, as the way He created me to be. Just like an orange tree glorifies God by being a flourishing orange tree. So that'd be my first shot at those two things, Sam. I think the way you framed it is great. That it actually is a little sliver of a deeply important intuition, I think, that we have. But this is not it. This is not it. Survival's not enough.